The next gentleman I'm going to introduce, well, by the way, there'll be more raffles, don't worry. He is the president of Gencanna, Gencanna, where he's responsible for oversight for Gencanna's Kentucky operation and Hempworx Kentucky product for production of industrial hemp. So, he helps build and maintain relationships with key government officials and local stakeholders, connecting strategic partners, ensuring regulatory compliance, financial handling, and oversight for communications. He is a part of the leadership of the U.S. Hemp Roundtable, meaning a coalition of a dozen hemp companies representing every link of the product chain from seed to sale. The goal of U.S. Hemp Roundtable is to secure passage of bipartisan legislation in Congress that would establish hemp as an agricultural commodity and permanently remove it from regulation as a controlled substance. The president of Gencanna and leader at the U.S. Hemp Roundtable, please welcome Steve.
Howdy, y'all. Earlier this morning, I heard the MC talk about what 5 things you're grateful for. I want everybody to know that I'm grateful for my wife and kids. I'm grateful for my partners and our wonderful employees at Gencanna back in Kentucky and in a few other states around the country. I'm grateful for the leadership in hemp and hemp-derived CBD from the leaders in the state of Kentucky, the Kentucky Department of Agriculture, Senate Leader McConnor, former Commissioner of Agriculture, James Comer, now a congressman. All of these people have led us to the spot where we're at right now. I'm grateful for being here today. Thank you so much for inviting me. And of course, I'm grateful to Josh and Jenna, to My Daily Choice, and Hempworx for the wonderful partnership that our 2 companies have enjoyed thus far. We're just getting started. So, I've got a little report from back in Kentucky. I'm the only one not back there working hard on the harvest. We are harvesting a crop that's easily 10 times bigger than any we've harvested before. That means we're going to have 10 times the production, 10 times the amount of CBD for you all to be able to get out and sell. As I've learned more about Josh and Jenna and how things started out with My Daily Choice and Hempworx, it's amazing the parallels in our two firms. First, everything started with a core group of people on a mission. I think that's really important. There were a lot of people who said, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this. What is hemp? What is CBD? Can this legally be done? And the answer is, we found a way, right? And we're evolving to make that better. So what happens in that mission is you get a group together, a small group, and then a couple more, and so on, and so on. And pretty soon you can fill a room like this. This is so amazing. This is what, thank you, this is what we dreamed of years ago, and you all here at Hempworx are making it happen. So from the hemp industry, thank you very much. As our combined groups continue to move forward and grow and move along, we envision a long and fruitful partnership with My Daily Choice and Hempworx. At Gencanna, we only have one network marketing partner. Come on, yeah! That's awesome. That's awesome. And as I mentioned, we're just getting started. We hope that we can find ways of working with the good folks here at My Daily Choice and Hempworx in terms of moving forward our genetics, our cultivation, farming across the country, of extraction, of production, of future new and novel and innovative products. We don't think that there is a better partner than Hempworx, the #1 selling CBD company in the world. So the future is bright, just like these lights. We're in an awesome spot, but that's not actually why I'm here today. I'm here to talk to everybody about the U.S. Hemp Roundtable. Thank you. So the Hemp Roundtable is an organization that started off and stumbled a little bit. Remember I mentioned a core group of people getting together with a mission? Sometimes those missions don't work right out of the box. What's happened with the Roundtable in the past year and a bit has been an amazing growth, a great trajectory. And we think that trajectory is about to take off like this. I think the trajectory mirrors what's happening at Hempworx and My Daily Choice. So we are literally evolving. Where we came from to where we're going is about a continual path of improvement, of understanding, of an ability to communicate better, more effectively, more efficiently, with less words. And as the rest of the population starts to understand what we're doing, that makes everything better and quicker and easier and leads to greater revenues. So the SRO started out, the idea of what we were doing at the Roundtable started out in 2015 in Gencanna's offices. We tried to get a whole bunch of industry leaders together and said, you know what, if we don't make our own rules, the government's going to come and set them for us. So let's make our own rules. It didn't work. It didn't work. Even the people in the industry just didn't say, well, what do you mean rules? We don't have any rules, right? And this is exactly why Hempworx is doing so great right now. Your compliance person was just up here explaining that the way to keep the company safe is to abide by and be compliant at all times. That is the only path forward. So we changed things up a little bit in late 2016 and early 2017. We said, hey, maybe we can convince more people. By more people, we meant from Colorado and Oregon and what have you. We could convince them if we said, let's go to Washington and let's lobby for some stuff, because we need to do that. And so people jumped all over that. We've all of a sudden had a great and growing increase in our membership. It's been rather tremendous. We've gone from the 4 of us who couldn't figure out how to do it in Kentucky back in the day to adding a bunch of very significant groups from Colorado, as I mentioned, from California. We've added a bunch of industry heavyweights. The HIA, the Hemp Industries Association, a great and wonderful grassroots organization, is part of the Hemp Roundtable. The American Herbal Products Association. These guys are thought leaders, and they've been doing stuff like we're doing right here in botanicals for decades. It's awesome to have them on board. The National Hemp Association, various law firms like Frost, Brown, Todd in Lexington, people who have been leading the space have been great leaders in what we're doing and have moved things forward very quickly. So we started, again, from guys with no budget a few years ago to a small budget last year to a budget that looks like it's over $1 million next year. What this means is, and what's amazing about that budget is that the membership is paying for it. So we have a whole bunch of hemp and CBD businesses that are driving forward this movement, the ability to communicate with legislators and regulators. It's pretty great. We have we moved the number of states where hemp can legally be grown under the Farm Bill from 29 to 40. We expect that will improve even more from there. What we're also doing is we're providing the rest of the states with model legislation. So if you happen to be from a state that doesn't have a hemp growing framework, know that they've got an example of here's what legislation would look like if you wanted to insert it in your state tomorrow. So that's been awesome. We've been great. Hemp's easy to talk about once you have the right audience, and that audience and that fact is made no more clear than the fact that Senate Majority Leader McConnell, Mitch McConnell, that quiet guy from Kentucky, has been out front of hemp and hemp legislation. We are so pleased by his leadership. Thank you. So here's the roster of members as of last week. A whole bunch of companies, a bunch of different industry groups that are all involved in speaking with these legislators and regulators. Here's the board of directors, and this is important because the leadership of that larger group comes from this smaller group. You can see at the top the four of us who sat down and tried to figure things out once. We added a bunch of other folks. There's one name that's conspicuous by its absence from this list, and I think we're going to change that very, very soon. So, what this all gets down to is industry stewardship. So we're trying to get ahead of where the industry is going in exactly the same way that you guys are developing products and putting yourselves with the right language, the right images, and the right thoughts, and the right ways to answer concerns about safety, or is this okay, or is this legal, etc. That's what our industry group has been doing. It mirrors what your organization has been doing, and given what I've seen over the past year and have come to understand recently, you're way ahead of the curve, and that is very, very important. So the difference between the Roundtable and a bunch of other business organizations is that we've decided, a bunch of other organizations with hemp, is that we've decided to take a business-like approach. We show up. We're the guys who, well, almost always, wear the ties and make these people in the halls of Congress. This is just outside of Congressman Comer's office a couple months ago. We make them feel comfortable that we're talking on their terms. We literally take some of that fear away. What we're able to do is explain to them, using words they understand, that this hemp stuff is an agricultural commodity. It used to be grown on your grandfather's farm and his grandfather's farm. And we're bringing it back and we're doing it again. And the really interesting part and the most fun part is that we didn't really have a great way to talk about hemp-derived CBD 4 and 5 years ago. We certainly do now, and we certainly have leadership that understands that the best way to get farmers farming again in Kentucky and around the U.S. is to promote CBD derived from hemp as the leading cash crop. It is so important, and we are, thank you. As we are having our discussions, not only with congressional and Senate leaders, but with USDA, with FDA, and what have you, folks are understanding. They get that the rest of society is concerned with health and wellness. They're not really concerned about some arcane rules from the 1960s or written in the UN or what have you. So we are having an effect. We are winning our battle. The point of winning the battle, though, is to set a level of standards. And what we mean by that is not everybody's products are that good, unfortunately, right? You know that. We know, and we want to commit, ourselves at Gencanna, and I'm sure I can speak for Josh and Jenna, we want to commit that you will always have access to the very highest level quality products, bar none. Thank you. The idea of quality products is really about, can you prove that all your ingredients are good, that they have efficacy, that they have utility, that they have a good shelf life, and that folks want to reuse them, right? Repeat sales are what really matters. And so the ability to demonstrate that is the most important quality mark that we can work towards. And that's exactly what we're trying to do. While we've been doing this, we've had to work with a number of other different agencies. We've worked with law enforcement to take scary away. We worked with all of these different federal groups. We're going to continue doing that. We're going to do that quietly behind the scenes. It doesn't really get a lot of the prime time look. Right now, we're writing a submission to the FDA to say CBD is okay. Sure, regulate your THC stuff if you must, but make sure that the CBD stuff stays nice and clean like it is right now. So we're grateful for that. Thank you. Our group at the Roundtable has had several key milestones, most of them relatively recently. First of all, we had a great face-to-face meeting with Leader McConnell in Kentucky in late March. The effect of the meeting was he said, "What else do you need?" And we said, well, sir, we really could use some help from farmers. Could you make sure that U.S. Department of Agriculture officially and legally classifies hemp as a crop? He said, yes. And then we said, well, while we're at it, would you be able to find a way for farmers to get crop insurance? He said, of course. So there is a path forward for our America's farmers to farm hemp just like corn and beans and everything else they grow right now. So that all led to the Hemp Farming Act, and that's wonderful. We got support from Senate Leader McConnell, from Senate Minority Leader Schumer. The Senate leaders, the minority and the majority leaders, never agree on anything, but they agree on hemp. And that's because hemp is nonpartisan, right? So the good news is we moved it into the Farm Bill because that was supposed to pass really quickly. The bad news is there was something about a Supreme Court that got in the way a little while ago. We did have one little altercation along the way, though, and that was as the Farm Bill was in the Senate committee, there was a certain senator from Iowa who had a provision that was going to remove and strike CBD from the definition of hemp. We found the story ends good. There's good news. We found out about this at 7:30 at night. By 9 o'clock, there was a website with email access for folks to jump on. We got on the phones with our membership and on various emails. By 9:30 a.m. the next morning, there were 23,000 some odd emails sent to the 21 different senators. That senator from Iowa removed his objections immediately. And our voice was heard, so it was pretty amazing. And just so we understand, while the Farm Bill isn't passed yet, it's coming. Until the Farm Bill's passed, the previous Farm Bill is all that matters for those of us in the hemp and the products derived from hemp CBD business. So there's no worries, no changes, in spite of what you might read. Please don't worry at all. It is going to happen. When it does happen, it will be better than it is now. But until then, we're all good. Okay? Thank you. So, what is the Roundtable going to do? We're going to make sure that this Farm Bill gets passed. Certainly, we're gonna do a few other things though, and that a year ago we wouldn't have believed how much effort and time we spent with the Roundtable. There's actually a move amongst a bunch of pharmaceutical companies and small groups and whatever to develop these things called synthetic cannabinoids. That to me sounds an awful lot like a dangerous drug, something that ought to be regulated, and that's exactly what the FDA is made for. Go figure that out, boys. Get back to us in 10 or 20 years when you have some knowledge. So, the other thing that the Roundtable, so a bunch of guys wearing suits who go talk to people in Congress and what have you, needs to do is to expand the base. We need more women. We need leadership from the fairer sex, and we will be grateful to add in that leadership over the next little while. And we need a continuing a base that continues to grow and is strong and isn't afraid of hitting their congressman with their thoughts as they need to. We need people to speak out and tell everybody hemp, CBD, and what comes after all of that is just fine. So we hope you'll find a way to join us in doing that. Very quickly, what's going to come out of the Roundtable in the next short while is a farming alliance. So farmers are going to have their own voice in the U.S. Hemp Farming Alliance. That's going to be really important. Thank you. There's also going to be a standards board. That's going to be called the U.S. Hemp Authority, and that Hemp Authority is going to issue certifications. Those will be quality marks that will allow people to tell if their product is quality or not. The good news is none of the stuff you folks are selling needs that mark. It's already passed. We are already achieving levels above that basic bar. But it will help serve that comparison with products that don't make that standard. So you'll see the industry and the Hemp Roundtable will announce next week that we have some certification marks like this. And then quickly after this, you will see the establishment of an independent body who will assess farmers, growers, greenhousemen, processors, extractors, everybody along the value chain to be able to say that if it's got this U.S. Hemp Authority H on it, it is a quality product, and we think that is really important. So with that, the future looks bright. The ramp is clearly just like what we see here with My Daily Choice and Hempworx, and I think at this point in time, I'd like to invite Josh and Jenna on stage.
Round one, we was chillin' on the weekend though. Met you through some friends of friends of friends, and those my people, so I knew that you was down, so down to give a freaky yo. Pull up and go smoke out a blunt inside my vehicle. Crazy how we connected like Wi-Fi. Started bumping cassettes, our relationship was lo-fi. Got me like on me, oh my. I said to be honest.
Thank you guys so much for that welcome. I promise you don't have to stand every time we come out on stage, but it does make my ego feel good, so I'm just gonna say that. Give it up for the U.S. Hemp Roundtable, you guys. Thank you so much, Steve, for coming out. We appreciate you, your support, for providing us with the amazing products that we all love. Can we agree that we love our products? But you guys, we're not just a company, right? Do you guys get that? We're not just a company that sells products. We're not just a network marketing company that is just trying to get rich off our friends and family, right? That's the biggest confusion out there, I think. We're a movement. We are a movement. We are here to change the world. We're not here just to line our pockets, and we're not here just to push our products. We're here to change the world. And this is how we do it. We partner with the U.S. Hemp Roundtable. They've got the professional guys in the suits, so I can still be like this. And they can go fight Congress, and they can go fight the laws, and they can go make change. And so it's up to us, because we are the army for hemp right now. We are the biggest army for hemp right now. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. You guys. And your voices are heard. They are heard because it wouldn't be possible without people like you to send those emails in, to send those donations in, to be a part of the Hemp Roundtable and know that our company works with them and they are fighting our battles for us. So you guys want to know how to get involved. How can you make change? Because yeah, liking a lot of Facebook posts is great. Sharing Facebook status is great. But how do you make real change in our government, in our laws, in our country? We partner with them. We add a little bit of extra money that we have made from this amazing business opportunity, and we donate towards the Hemp Roundtable that can go fight these battles for us. We have over 200,000 people in our business now. If everybody donated $1 a month, do you think we could make a real change? I think so. So without further ado, let me bring up Josh, because I know he has some things to say, but I'm pretty sure I took his time. I'm sorry. Give it up for Josh.
My wife killed it, as per usual, so I'm going to keep it really short. I just want to thank Steve for coming out and delivering an amazing presentation, and hopefully you guys can understand the mission behind the U.S. Hemp Roundtable. Like Jen said, it's not just about the business, it's not just about making money or pushing products. There's a much bigger fight, and these guys are fighting the good fight, and we're so honored to be able to partner with them and make a contribution and be a part of what I believe is the right side of the hemp industry. So, without further ado, we wanted to present a charitable donation to the United States Hemp Roundtable. $50,000 to the U.S. Hemp Roundtable.
$1,000. Wow.